What's up? We back at it. It's Tuesday, and I'm so excited that you guys decided to drop by again. Look, check this out, bro. I need y'all to hype me up.
Hype me up. Hype me up.
You understand what I'm talking about? For real. But look, check this out, man. Yesterday I was doing a little different song for the hype me up section, and one of the ladies who follow me, at least in my mind, I read it in Claire Huxtable's voice. She asked me politely to go back to the old song, and I, like any good man who wants to keep a good woman around. I don't want her to go watch nobody else, goddammit. Let's get into this video, bro. That's why they hate Obama, bro. Trump people hate Obama because the world still loves him more than Trump. It is what it is.
Came out, and I'm not a fan of his policies or anything whatsoever. I'm not a fan of him at all. But I will tell you this. He greeted and shook everyone's hand in that room, and there was a lot of people. He went to every single person. I was like, that's cool. I was like, regardless of what BS you're involved with, I was like, that was cool. And when we went to the hangar to offload the C-17s with all these caskets, flag draped, he stood at a hand salute, a very crisp one, the whole time. That dude did not move. And we were like going on like 3 days no sleep. I mean, we're sitting down because we're like exhausted. Our backs are killing us from the pain of just operating. And the dude did not move. He was just crisp. Did not move for 45 minutes. Like nothing. The whole time. As much as I don't agree with his policies and all the corruption I think that he's maybe involved in, he earned some respect from me on that day for showing that right there, to the respect for those men. I have to give that to him. I have to. I saw it with my own eyes. And those words, they were hard to come by, if any. What do you say by I know, I'm sorry. He was.
Hey, dog, like a man, bro, even though he don't like the guy, he still had the respect to say, man, anytime a president can do what he just did, he got my respect, bro. Because I guarantee you that the raving lunatic that's in the office right now that don't do nothing but write crazy shit on Truth Social and X, he would never. He's disrespectful, dog, straight up. Now, this is a guy who basically put a timeline of everything Trump says on Truth Social about the whole Iran situation. We went from class to this, man.
Leader has been killed and the Iranian military decimated. The objectives here are clear. We have to destroy their military. Iran's military and naval forces are gone. There will be no deal with Iran except on our terms. UK is considering helping. We don't need help from the UK. The war is almost over. There's nothing even left to target. Iran has been decimated. Our allies have abandoned us and nobody will help us. We don't need anybody's help. We need $200 billion. If Iran doesn't open the strait, we're gonna bomb them. We won! The war is over!
By the way, this
Iran's
is real
military
shit.
has been obliterated.
He said these things.
For a ceasefire. We're close to a deal, but if they don't agree to it, we're gonna bomb them. We are blasting Iran to oblivion. Iran has been decimated. Open the fucking strait, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell! The entire country of Iran will be taken out tomorrow night. A whole civilization will die tonight. Iran has agreed to a ceasefire. Big day for world peace. We achieved complete and total victory, no question. All of Iran's ships are at the bottom of the sea. The ones that aren't will get destroyed if they come near our blockade. The war is very close to being over. The strait is fully open! If Iran doesn't open the strait, we're gonna bomb them. The Supreme Leader has been killed.
It's kind of sad, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. We went from class to ass. Man, it is what it is, bro. Ain't no use to crying over spilled milk. Spoiled milk, whatever.
I think I finally understand why Donald Trump hates Barack Obama and Michelle Obama so much. And it really has nothing to do with that White House Correspondents' Dinner years ago. It's that America still loves, the world still loves Barack and Michelle Obama. See, last night was an NBA All-Star game, and, well, the Obamas were there. The camera panned to them, and the crowd cheered. Everybody stood up. They got a standing ovation to the point that President Obama stood up and waved at the crowd, which led to more cheering.
Oh, man, that'll drive Trump crazy to see that. I know he throws in little temper tantrums when he see this type of shit, when he getting love from the people.
Meanwhile, Donnie Boy Trump shows up at sporting events and half to 3/4 of the crowd boos, to the point that the same media networks have to put clapping and cheering tracks over it to keep his supporters from attempting to boycott them.
It's kind of sad, bro.
So, Donald Trump really hates the Obamas because the world still loves them, as the world has always despised him.
Yeah, bro, I'm pretty sure there's a movie somewhere that basically showcases a situation like this. Somebody hating because everybody else loves that other guy. Damn, I wish I was getting that love. I deserve love like that. I'm a likable person. I'm the president too, goddammit. But you know what Trump be saying? Trump say he want us to treat him like they treat the dictators in Korea. Boy, I'm somebody's child. I would never. Is you crazy? Look at that. They booing the shit out of Trump, as they should. He's a disgusting little man. There you go. Getting love from the people. Hey, bro, I would love to ask that first guy, what policies of Trump does he just absolutely adore?
It's Mr. Barack Obama!
Yeah, bro, you know it hurts. The kids feel the energy, bro. Look at that shit, man. Hey, the kids don't lie, bro. If a kid starts screaming around an adult like that, bro, he probably got some bad energy.
From protests to inflatable baby floats, it's no surprise Donald Trump despises Barack Obama. I mean, the Warriors visit Obama.
One college player forgot that there was even a team in Oakland. That was Klay Thompson, by the way.
He just looked through it all.
That was Klay Thompson, by the way.
And even shoot promos.
Incredible dancer. I don't know if people are going to believe it.
While Donald Trump disinvites Golden State, Obama hoops with his staff. Donald Trump yells at them.
Let's do that over. He's coughing in the middle of my answer.
Yeah, okay.
I don't like that, you know?
See, this dude's a dickhead, man.
You're going to cough, please leave me alone.
Obama plays pig with the UConn women's basketball team.
It's Mr.
It's kind of sad, bro. Listen, man, Trump is a horrible human being. Nobody likes him except for delusional MAGA people. And I think that they're forcing themselves to like him because there's nothing to like about him. And if you do like him, you just like oppression and you like that he's oppressing people. Or the thought of him oppressing people. That's what it really is.
And most importantly, we will live up. Most importantly, we will live up. Most importantly, we will live up to our character as a nation.
I need your help. There are thousands of
That's exactly what we're talking about. Yeah.
Every single day.
That's why we're here.
President, please use your executive order to halt deportations for all 11.5 undocumented immigrants in this country right now.
What we're
we agree that we need to pass comprehensive.
Trump would have got him deported right then and there.
You have a power to stop deportation for all undocumented
Actually, I don't. And that's why we're here.
I need your help.
Okay.
Stop deportation!
Thank you. All right. What I'd like to do. No, don't worry about it, guys. Okay, let me finish. Let me. How about these guys don't need to go. Let me finish. No. You can stay there.
Patience in class.
Hold on a second.
Patience in class, goddamn.
Hold on a second. So, I respect the passion of these young people because they feel deeply about the concerns for their families. Now, what you need to know when I'm speaking as President of the United States and I come to this community is that if, in fact, I could solve all these problems without passing laws in Congress, then I would do so. But we're also a nation of laws. That's part of our tradition. And so the easy way out is to try to yell and pretend like I can do something by violating our laws. And what I'm proposing is the harder path, which is to use our democratic processes to achieve the same goal that you want to achieve. But it won't be as easy as just shouting. It requires us lobbying and getting it done. So, so for those of you who are committed to getting this done, I am going to march with you and fight with you every step of the way to make sure that we are welcoming every striving, hard-working immigrant who sees America the same way we do, as a country where no matter who you are or what you look like or where you come from, you can make it if you try. And if you're serious about making that happen, then I'm ready to work with you. But it is going to require work. It is not simply a matter of us just saying we're going to violate the law. That's not our tradition. But the great thing about this country is we have this wonderful process of democracy, and sometimes it is messy and sometimes it is hard. But ultimately, justice and truth win out. That's always been the case in this country. That's going to continue to be the case today. Thank you very much, everybody. God bless you. God bless America.
Boy, have y'all ever seen Trump handle somebody with patience like that? Y'all ain't never seen no shit like that, bro. It's like seeing a unicorn in real life. You ain't seen that or that.
Trump hates Obama because Obama is everything that he will never be.
Ooh-wee.
Intelligent, classy, competent, experienced, dignified, kind, loved, respected, articulate, and so many more things money can't buy. You know this is true.
He was even better at deportation, bro. Like, MAGA hate to hear that shit, man. What? Obama deported? Well, some of them like to hear, but they like to spin the narrative like, man, you mad at him for deporting people, but Trump did it too. But nah, when you find one of them and tell them that, nah, man, Trump actually deported more. No, he didn't. He was just letting them in. The border was just open. Man, shut your stupid ass up. Third ass.
Don't throw the game.
Oh, this must be the Yukon
That's a
team.
different approach.
You know, I love those short sleeves. Such beautiful arms. Great definition.
Obama fills out a woman's March Madness bracket. Trump waited 5 freaking months to invite the South Carolina Lady Gamecocks to the White House. Barack
That name
Obama
is wild.
nails jumpers in front of the troops, no matter who they are or where they came from or how they feel about him. Trump demands the USS John McCain be out of sight on his visit to Japan and cover McCain's name with a tarp. Barack Obama supports the NFL protesters' rights of freedom of speech.
Part of what makes this country special is that we respect people's rights to have a different opinion.
Donald Trump.
Wouldn't you love to see one of these NFL owners?
The jokes write themselves, dog. Trump does a great job of embarrassing himself and uniquely branding himself as an unlikable person, bro. And he orange. He not even a regular color human being, bro. He orange.
You've seen this post a lot, right? I mean, this one in particular is going a little bit viral, but the sentiment is something that we've seen a lot, that Barack Obama was the most divisive president in modern America.
The one in office currently is.
And when you ask people who say this sort of thing, well, like, exactly what did he do that was so divisive? What they tend to do is fart out of their mouth a lot, then throw a smoke bomb and run off. Because even if you have a legitimate gripe against Barack Obama's presidency, I think it's clear that he's less divisive than the guy who extends his best wishes even to the haters and losers on September 11th. So what is it? Why do so many Republicans look back upon a president that we saw as inclusive and say, no, he was divisive? Mm-hmm. Is it the Mandela effect? Kind of, but just in the sense that Mandela was black too. Because I think when a Republican uses the word divisive to describe Barack Obama, it's just because writing, I'm a racist who never got over the fact that we had a black president, is too difficult to type out one-handed on your phone when you're driving your lifted Ford F-150 Raptor R that you're behind on the payments on. But I don't know, Republicans, tell me how he was so divisive in the comments if you can.
Hey, bro, that's one thing that's gonna happen. Them boys gonna be behind on them big-ass trucks with them lift kits, man. They behind them on them payments, and I know that gas busting you in your ass right now. I know it is, because guess what? Man, dog, yesterday, bro, I was driving, bro, and I'm like, you know how your car tell you how many miles you got till you about to be stranded on the side of the road? Mine said like 3 miles. Now, I'm in Metairie. That is a predominantly white suburb of New Orleans, right? Man, the first gas station that I'm pulling into, dog, the gas was like $5.99, dog. I put just enough in that tank to get to the, you know what I'm saying, New Orleans East, and then I filled up for like $4.49 a gallon, which is still No, I'm sorry, it was 5. Man, hold on, I got the video.
It's that make America great again shit, dog.
Fuck. It's sad, man.
Patty Fallis was watching the NBA basketball game this last weekend, and Barack Obama was there sitting courtside to take in the game, but also talk to NBC about his new presidential library and community center in the south side of Chicago. It's going to have a full-size basketball court and all sorts of other things for families in the community. And it just reminded me about when Obama was president. Some of you may watch that may be watching this are too young to remember, but in 2008 when he was elected, there was a real sense of hope and progress in this country that we could do some really good things. And the two values that he always was a great example of what a man should be really stick out. The first one, responsibility. Not only did he take responsibility for taking on the healthcare issue in this country and created, quote unquote, Obamacare, which is not perfect, but it did help a lot more people see doctors and save lives. He took responsibility because when it rolled out in 2013, it was not successful. That rollout was crap. I was waiting 8 hours to sign up, so were a lot of other people. But what did he do? He said, we fumbled it. I apologize for all the folks out there that had a lot of problems with this. I know it's a real emotional subject for all of you, and we're going to fix it. And they got it fixed. And that plan, again, gave more people more access to health care because he took responsibility for making it work. The other thing that Obama always was a great example of was the word dignity. He always treated everyone around him with respect. Even those folks that came to his rallies and started yelling and talking shit at him, he treated his political opponents with respect.
The president having class.
The dialogue between him and John McCain back in the day is just historically significant because of the respect they treated one another with. And he treated the American people with respect, always talking to us and not at us and not trying to demean anybody. And when you see our current president, who seems to have found a value in not having any shame in anything that he does and being callous and cruel and holding that up as a value that we should all hold as high, man, I don't think that's right. And I do think as fellas, we should try to be a hell of a lot more like Obama in the way we live our lives than the current orange guy. Just some thoughts. Thanks, y'all.
Orange man, bruh. Nobody likes him, dog. No kids, puppies, you know what I'm saying? Nothing. No one likes him, dog.
I've been noticing for years that the Trump cult is absolutely obsessed with Barack Obama. So I decided to do some research to try and find out why the MAGA cult is so obsessed with Obama. Barack Obama has not been president for 10 years, and MAGA can't stop talking about him. They're literally obsessed with the man. They try and blame him for things that are happening today. That's not random. There's a psychological reason for that, although it seems a little creepy. Here are the 4 reasons the Trump cult is obsessed with President Obama. 1. The psychological wage of whiteness. In 1935, sociologist W.E.B. Du Bois at Atlanta University studied poor white Americans. White Americans, even the poor ones with no money and no power, felt superior to black Americans. Not because they earned it, but because for 250 years, the entire system told them they were superior to black people.
Hey, it goes even further than that, bro. It's the discovery doctrine. There's God, white people, and everything under them is dominion. It's even like Columbus, Christopher Columbus, man. I forgot where I heard this from, somebody on YouTube, but you know, they said when he came over here, he kept a detailed journal. And when he came over here, he said that the natives were very, very kind and giving people. And then they don't have any concept of like ownership. The land is just like for everyone. And he basically said, listen, we're going to take advantage of these motherfuckers.
The law said it, the church said it, the culture said it. Du Bois called it the psychological wage of whiteness. This is a status payment people collect just for being white, a floor that white people couldn't fall beneath. Then Barack Obama became president. He occupied the highest status role in the country. That destroyed the floor. And when a status floor breaks, people don't quietly adjust. They backlash. Obama didn't just win an election. He took something they didn't even know they were depending on. They didn't earn this special status, but they thought it was stolen when Barack Obama got elected. And they've been trying to take it back ever since. 2. Social identity threat. Psychologist Henry Teifel at the University of Bristol spent decades studying in-group conflict. What he found was when a member of an outgroup outperforms the in-group, the psychological response is not one of admiration, but hostility. Teifel called this social identity threat. A failed black president would have confirmed the Trump cult's worldview, but Obama, being polished, competent, scandal-free, and widely respected by world leaders, made it impossible to call him incompetent. The better Obama performed, the more threatening he became to the cult. Not because of his policies, but because his success directly contradicted everything they believe about the natural order of things.
You know what's interesting about this, though? A black president, a Mexican president, a non-white president, most white presidents wouldn't even behave like Donald Trump. But because Donald Trump is white, he has no concept of like, maybe I should have some decorum. He doesn't care because he's not going to get judged the way a minority would. See, we told you, you can't elect these blacks. See, we told you, if you put a Mexican in office, see, we told you, the Indians in office, but like, he's white. All he could be called is just like someone who doesn't have class. He could be called a dickhead, but nobody's going to attach it to his race. And then everybody going to look bad because of him. Nah, we don't do that to white folks, bruh.
He wasn't supposed to be better. He wasn't supposed to be a gentleman and a scholar, and yet he was. That doesn't just go away. When weak, mediocre people see someone they believe was inferior reach the highest office in the country, they don't get inspired. They become filled with rage.
They told me that Trump, oh my God, Trump graduated number 264 in his class, or 364 out of 265 or 365. It's one of the two, right? Has the nerve to fix his lips about a black man and woman who both went to some of the most prestigious schools in this country. I think Michelle Obama either went to the University of Chicago or she was a professor at the University of Chicago. Either way, that means you're a rock star. That means you're smart. Nobody just happens to get accepted into the University of Chicago. And then Obama, on the other hand, he was like a rock star at Harvard Law School. He was the editor of the Harvard Law Review, which is that's a big deal, bro. I used to watch Suits and shit, so I heard about that. This the one that y'all claim unintelligent? Not the one that graduated 264 in his class? Multiple failed businesses? I don't know, man. It's backwards.
Lied to, and they need someone to blame for the hate and rage. That target is Obama. Everything they could never be. 3. Scapegoating. Obama left office in 2017, but his name never left the conversation because Trump spent more than a decade smearing his name. It all started before Trump was even president. Trump spent years pushing the birther conspiracy, claiming Obama wasn't American, wasn't legitimate, wasn't one of us. That wasn't politics. That was a deliberate effort to strip Obama of his humanity and plant him in the minds of millions as the source of everything wrong. Then when Trump took office, the playbook continued. Every problem needed an explanation. Economy struggling? Obama's fault. Crime rate rising? Obama's fault. Anything going wrong in the country? Obama's fault. Psychologists call this scapegoating. Assign one figure as the source of all your problems and anxiety.
Guys, a great example of scapegoating is, what happened over there in Germany in the 30s and 40s. They said one group of people was the cause of this whole country being failed. Why everything is not working for us. They're over there living good, high off the hog, but we over here suffering. He was able to convince them that them people was the problem, and that's how you brainwashed all of those people to do the shit that they did. And people be like, damn, dog, that could never happen in America. Shit. He convinced a lot of people to think that black people are the problem. Turning Point USA always got us being painted as 13% of the population, but responsible for 50% of the crime. Like, that's how you brainwash people.
And collapses onto that single target. It feels like clarity to his followers. It feels like understanding. It isn't. Trump didn't just keep Obama's name alive. He spent over a decade turning him into the villain of the story. And to the Trump cult members, this story still is true. 4. Cognitive dissonance. Here's what made the obsession permanent. The MAGA cult couldn't call Obama corrupt. There were no scandals. They couldn't call him incompetent. The record didn't support it. They couldn't even call him unpresidential. He was polished, disciplined, and respected around the world. Psychologist Leon Festinger at Stanford University studied what happens when people are confronted with evidence that contradicts their deeply held beliefs. Weak people don't update their beliefs when confronted with contradicting evidence. They double down on their original beliefs. Festinger called this cognitive dissonance. MAGA was left holding a belief system that Obama's entire existence disproved. And instead of resolving that contradiction by updating their worldview, they resolved it by hating him harder.
Yep.
The obsession isn't just political.
Cognitive
it's
dissonance.
psychological. And it has nowhere left to go. So it goes out onto everyone else in rage and obsession. Obama is living proof that the psychological wage of whiteness doesn't exist anymore. And to weak people who never earned that status in the first place, it feels like an identity crisis. So they obsess more, say his name more, talk about him obsessively all the time. They even have a name for this now, Obama derangement syndrome, because Obama didn't just win the presidency. He broke a hierarchy millions of people thought was permanent.
Oh, white
and they've been
presidents
trying to undo that moment ever since.
Yep, man, he nailed it.
It's important to recognize that the majority of the American people find this behavior deeply troubling. There's this sort of clown show that's happening in social media and on television. And what is true is that there doesn't seem to be any shame about this among people who used to feel.
He always answers everything with class.
Have some sort of decorum and a sense of propriety and respect for the office. Right? So that's been lost.
People right now on television.
Huh? You don't like who?
See, the kids be knowing, bro. Evil lurks.
Trying to take a picture with me? A total?
Disgrace to the world.
Let's just do it and then be done, okay?
You're a disgrace to the world. Please, little girl, let's just do it. I need it for a photo op. Looking ass. Bro, nobody like you, dog. Man, listen, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, man. Y'all have a good one, man.
Hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up.